Good morning. Today I'll be servicing an alarm system and a fire alarm system in the same building. One is a Galaxy, that's the intruder alarm. The fire alarm, I'm not 100% sure what make that is. I've got to be honest, it's been in there about 25 years that I know too. It has got a couple of issues which I will highlight today on video, just basically so I can show the customer as well, because I've mentioned it a few times before. Now I'm getting a little bit fed up with servicing it with the same fault. It needs to be sorted, so hopefully I can get a new fire alarm panel out of them. See you inside. Right, here's the panel. That's it. Just going to take it out of shot. That's the engineer code gone in, etc. I've got to point the camera down. I don't want to show anything around here. And there's the control panel. Right, I'll get that open and start doing some tests. So first things first, I'll go around doing some visual checks. Each detector, etc, etc. Right, first things first, there's a control panel. What I'm going to do now is do the visual checks around the place to make sure that everything looks okay. From there we'll do some proper tests with a meter, etc. So I'm just going to reverse the camera and do a walk test. Now this contact's been changed because obviously it's a different colour to this one, so it has had some maintenance on. It's only me that ever does it. So basically everything's in line there, there's no gap. I'll do a physical test on it after. I have to keep my pointing the camera down because it's quite a sensitive side, and I'm not going to show anything that the customer wouldn't want. Now if you have a look here, you can see some damage here, there, and there, and there. So that's something for me to come back and do. Right. So I'll put the camera down again, something like this. Oh, to show you that one. Oh, okay. Let's go back there. I know it's like nice looking at the floor, but unfortunately it is security that I'm in. So there we are. And again, so this door is slightly dropped, as you can see. There's a bit of a gap, so I will check it. This here is metal, that's wood, so it's probably better for me to move this down to here rather than mess about with this. Anyway, carry on. Now I think is that one up there. I wish I could show you the actual area which is covering, but that ain't gonna happen. So all we're doing at the moment is a visual check. So that's that looks like an FX Optics FX40, right, which is different to these. Okay, so, and obviously all the other rooms have got detectors in. I'm not going to show you everyone. So here, there's a gel tip up there as well. Okay. It's becoming really difficult not showing the camera. So just going to open it. So that's number 2 keypad, etc. Okay, let's see if we can carry on. Right. One thing I didn't do, back in the warehouse. As you can hear, I'm puffing and panting like an old cart horse. At least I'm burning some calories and lose some of them in my stomach. Right, and another keypad. Right, now this keypad was fitted. This keypad was fitted because at one time this area was in like 3 different areas. So some people just come in that one. It was quite difficult to envisage, but it was open plan with a bit of a fence across the middle, and it was leased out. The trouble is there was a lot of false alarms because of customers coming in one area and not turning the alarm off. So I put a stop to that. I'm just going to turn the camera around because we're back at the control panel, and there we are, back at the control panel. So I'm going to crack on with that, get the panel open and show you inside. Okay, so there's the control panel. As you can see, this is on red GSM. I think that's a 7 ampere battery or 7.2, and there's your Galaxy control panel. So first thing first, I'll take the battery off that and get that tested. I'll show you how to test the battery on that. Okay. Right, I've got my head torch on now. I'm just going to go back to this contact down here, which I've highlighted as being a problem, looking like a problem, and it is. So that, it's quite a long reach. Oh, it's about 1.5 meters, that one is. So that's going to have to be replaced. What I might do is put some tube across there as well, some aluminium tube, etc. Right. Let's get the battery. See that? Yeah, see that there. Right. ACT battery tester. etc. Just reading what it says. Okay. Right, don't need to read that. It'll cycle through the temperature, voltage. Okay, so it's saying 3 point, let's have a look again, 3.65 amps. Now this is a 7 amp hour battery, so we've got a chart on the back here that tells me the minimum and maximum the battery should be. So 7 amp hour battery should be replaced. And if you can see this, I can look backwards to you a lot. But basically a 7 amp hour battery, if you look along that line, should be replaced at 4.55, I think it is. Yeah, 4.55. So that's failed its test. So now I've got to replace that. First things first, shove that out of the way. I did guess it'll need changing anyway, but let's see what it's actually charging at. Let's take these off. I bet that's happened to us all. Right, so we have a look there. 13.58. So 13.6 is really the maximum it should be charging up at. So the output battery, the output power to the battery is fine. So we need a new battery. So just going to stop the recording, go and get a battery, come back, test that one, show the difference, and we'll carry on with the service. Right, new battery. Bit of an air job outside. Right. Test it before it goes on. Right, okay. Okay, so it's about 12.5 volts, 12.6 and 5.14 amps. So I'll show you that. Get that in screen. 5.14 amps. So that's the new battery. Take it off, put it on, get it charged up. Now, like any battery you put on, you need to find out if it's actually accepting charge. So what I'm going to do is, if I can't get them all the way, so I'm going to put them this way. I'm not going inside the lug, I'm going on the outside of the lug, and it's pushing it against the plastic. I'm just going to get up ladders, so just bear with me. Right, new battery. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause it, turn the camera around so you can actually see, and I can see what I'm actually doing. Lights, come on. Right, so that's a new battery. As you can see, without the battery on there, it was 13.59. What I want to do is see if this battery is accepting charge, and you can tell that by that figure going up. So basically that battery will start to stabilise at the same voltage as the control panel charge. So it's going up quite quickly. It's a brand new battery, so it will charge quite quickly. I'll come back to it after, just to show you. By then I might have put the labels on saying when the battery is fitted, etc. Okay, be back in a bit. Right, so as you can see, there's still a gap down the bottom there. So what I've done is I've took this magnet off, because this is metal. This door is metal. Took the magnet off, dropped the magnet inside it, siliconed it, and then put it back on in the same holes. It looks out of a line. It is out of a line, but the magnet's actually in line with this underneath, because I dropped the magnet down about 5-6 mil. Okay. Well, I've relabeled the detectors, because these detectors weren't fitted by me. The whole system wasn't fitted by me. It's one I took over. So I've done that one. That one's already labelled. I've done that one. I've made a note about the other one. This is fine, this one is. From memory, this is the one that used to get damaged, mainly. But we got no problem with that one now. Okay, so... Right, there's the battery, labelled, dated, etc. The one thing that has took me a bit of time is, let's just turn the camera around. Yeah, the one thing that took the time is when I was testing it, one of the outputs wasn't firing right. So I've had to take the strobe out, put the strobe into the actual bell terminals, so the bell and the strobe go at the same time, which it would do anyway. It's just got a separate output. And I've used the strobe output to fire this particular output that I needed, basically, so it conforms to the regs. If there's a power cut for, I think it's 10 minutes on site and 10 minutes at the central station, if there's power cut prolonged for that amount of time, they get a signal. It is filtered. It'll phone the central station will contact the key holder and tell them that the power's off. It's up to them what they do about it. But I'm going to put the lid back on now and clear down. Okay, just bear with me a sec. back in. Right, let's get back to the panel. So here we are. I don't know if you can see that. Escape, engineer mode. Just need to put my engineer code in, so bear with me a second. Okay, engineer code is in. Checking for tampers. No modules added. It's 4 and 4. Yeah. Okay, we're back to square one. Okay. Right. Now for the fire alarm. See you in 5 minutes. Say hello to the fire system. Right, let's crack it open and let's see what's inside. Right, let's just show you that. Okay. Let's do a bit of a balancing act. So that's overcharging. See that? Okay, so basically the batteries had it because they were charging on the panel. Let's get a new battery. Okay, basically this one's okay. Check that voltage again. So what's really charging at? Wow. 19.34. So basically this power supply's had it. I can't do anything with it at the moment. Anything I can do is recommend that it's replaced. Instantly the battery's taking some of the pressure off the panel. Just do a, see if it's a panel or the transformer. Right. So that's so right. I think it's a transformer. Basically, it's 12 volt panel, but 24 volt. Sorry, 12 volt battery, 24 volt panel. This is charging about 48 volts. So, we'll date that. The least I can do is date that and recommend that this is replaced. Okay. with the zone number on. Forgot to delete the zone number. Just bear with me. Fitted. What? Just need to make sure it checks when the mains, so indicated mains well. Okay. And the other thing is, we're off mute. What we'll do is just drop one of the lines. Just leave my fault on the detector. Only four is 1, 2, 3, 4 zones. I'll do them on all. It's my screw just gone on the floor. Bit of my label printer. Okay, so that's me tested the fault. I've gone along this system before and tested every head anyway, so I do know that the heads are actually wired right, so don't need to get to that length. Right. Let's get back inside there. Push that back down. That one down out of the way. Put the cover back on. Right. Now for the testing.